Oh, you again. Hi. I bet you want to know what we've been up to. Or, wait. Have I introduced myself? Wait. Never mind. You don't want to know about that, do you? You want to know about our 6-day cruise on the Carnival Mardi Gras, don't you? Well, the family and I just got done with our 6-day cruise on the Carnival Mardi Gras, and just stick around and we'll tell you all about it.
There's a party on the Lido deck,
and you're invited.
Mom, how much time do we have? When are we gonna be there? When do we get there?
Yeah, Mama.
It's that time again. We're gonna hop on an airplane, fly to Orlando for a family cruise on the Carnival Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for tomorrow.
Presently, Mardi Gras stands as one of the larger vessels in Carnival's fleet, paying homage to Carnival's first ship, the TSS Mardi Gras from 1972. Despite multiple postponements caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, Mardi Gras embarked on its weekly sailings in the summer of 2021. We had previously enjoyed a cruise on the Carnival Valor and anticipated that the Mardi Gras would be the ideal ship for this family vacation.
I'm excited for the cruise.
I am super excited about this because our cruise director is Kendall Fire, which is very well known and apparently amazing.
I haven't read anything about this cruise, but I'm really excited for the roller coaster and I hope it's good.
They have a roller coaster.
Super excited about Carnival Bingo.
I'm hoping that I can be social enough to make a friend on this trip because I had a lot of fun running around with my friends on the last one.
I hope they have an arcade and
I am very excited to completely disconnect from the world and our teenager to not have cell service and for me to not have cell service and us to have to talk.
Yeah, I'm hoping the main dining has good food and good service. I just want good food. Actually.
I can't wait for the pool.
I am excited to sit out in the sun, not have to worry about work, and just enjoy the family.
I can't wait for our room. I think it's gonna look good. Really.
Yeah, about the room. We booked an interior room, and I'm expecting it to be very cramped, but I think we can survive it because we've been preparing for this all year. If anybody can squeeze into a tiny room, it's us. We can.
Today we landed in Orlando at the Orlando airport and had Cocoa Beach shuttles pick us up. We flew in the day before our cruise. It is very risky to fly in the day of, especially coming from Ohio.
This Best Western, I don't know anything about it. I just know that it's right on the beach, close to Cocoa Beach. At least that's what Brandy said. I don't know. I didn't book it. We'll see how it is.
Hello, guys. We just made it to the hotel. It's our first day being here. We're only going to be here for one day. Tomorrow's the cruise day. I can't wait for that. Mom, do you want to talk?
Hi.
She's kind of weird. Just telling you. Tomorrow's our cruise, and we're going to take a van again.
We are at the Best Western in Cocoa Beach. It's right down by the beach and the pier. We walked to the beach in about 2 minutes. This is nothing fancy. However, it's what we needed. We just need a place to sleep.
This room does it for us for one night. Seems clean enough. I don't know, I haven't seen a cockroach or anything run by here.
And it wasn't $380 a night like across the street and everywhere else that I found. Beachfront.
We got the beach out here. Got a lot for the price. It's not the prettiest beach ever, but there's a lot going on in this location.
The Publix is about a block over, so everything you could possibly need is right here. We have free breakfast in the morning. It has a nice little pool area, it looks like. Not too bad.
You know, I've been hearing a lot about fighting on these Carnival ships. Carnival has had to put out some memos saying, hey, we're not going to tolerate this kind of behavior. So they've had to put the crack down. You just got to be prepared for these situations. So I've been training. I've been preparing for this Carnival cruise, getting into shape with my family. I've been testing out my skills, just in case someone wants to try to take me on. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get thunderstruck.
So this morning, woke up at the Best Western and the Cocoa Beach shuttles took us from Cocoa Beach to Port Canaveral. where we got on our 6-day cruise on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Day 1 is Embarkation Day at Port Canaveral.
Day 2 is a port day in Nassau, Bahamas.
Day 3 is a sea day.
Day 4 is another port day at Cove in the Dominican Republic,
Day 5 is a port day at the Grand Turk.
which is an island in Turks and Caicos. Then day 6 is our final sea day.
So we have an exciting, fun-filled week. We're all going to be very close together this week. We got on and it was so smooth. It was very quick.
We got on the ship at around 12:30, which was like right on time for when we needed to be on.
We kind of walked straight to our muster station. Our muster station was inside the casino,
The casino is huge.
and we were done within 2 minutes. Really nice and easy. The ship can't leave the port until every single person on the ship has done a muster drill. So when you get on your ship, just go to the muster. Just get it done. It's real quick.
We are on the Carnival today, and this is our first day.
What I think I like most about this ship is the Lido deck, and I like how many pools there are, and they're spread out. They're like really spread out around the ship.
The marketplace is the buffet. We walked through there. We were trying to find a place to sit, but today's like the worst day to try to eat there because everybody's getting on the ship and everybody had the same idea. So we just kept on walking and we ran into the Shack's chicken place.
We went and ate at the Big Chicken.
I'm glad we found that because that was delicious.
Very good. I got a Shack Attack. It's a chicken sandwich, super good. Kids got some chicken tenders and little fries.
The sauces, go get you some of those sauces.
Everything was pretty good. How's your chicken?
It's perfect, and I love the food.
They were also carrying around and offering drinks of the day. We didn't get the drink package, but James did purchase one of those, and it was a rum punch.
I like that food on the Carnival cruises. I don't know, it hits me in a certain spot. Like they got the guys, burgers, the blue iguana, big burritos, breakfast burritos, bowls.
So much good stuff.
Man, I am not gonna be leaving this cruise any lighter. Let's just say that.
We are trying to find ice cream.
Ice cream!
We just found the ice cream.
I'm also really excited for the ice cream machine because now I'm an expert at swirling ice cream cones.
Our initial impressions of Mardi Gras were positive. After grabbing some food, it was finally time to check out our stateroom. Knowing that the elevators could be quite busy on embarkation day, we opted for the stairs.
7 floors down the steps because it takes a long time to get an elevator on embarkation day.
Cabin numbers are organized with even numbers on one side of the ship and odd numbers on the other. The anticipation had been building throughout the day, and now it was time to see just how small stateroom number 9360 really was.
So this is our room tour of the interior stateroom on the Carnival Mardi Gras. And I'm gonna start here in the bathroom. The light switch is like outside of the bathroom. And when you come in, there are 2 shelving areas here with a pop-out mirror. And then there's some towel space on the side.
Here's the toilet. It's beautiful. Here's the flusher. Here's the sink.
There's more shelving down here. There's a little trash can. There's some
Toilet paper. Toilet paper.
some tissues. There, it looks like there's more storage down here. There's some more shelving underneath the sink. There's an outlet in the bathroom that takes 120 volts.
Here's the shower.
Then you can come in. The shower door is kind of fancy. The shower is a decent size for a cabin room. There's a little bar for when you're shaving your legs. There's a removable shower head. A little shelf as well.
shower gel.
There's a little string too if you want to put it in here to dry swimsuits or clothes or whatever you need to dry. I can extend a whole arm.
How tall are you?
5'4". Well, then you come out and you have to make sure the bathroom door is closed if you want to get into the cabinets. There's a lot of storage space in here. There's some hanger space, and then there's one shelf here, there's the safe here, and these drawers that pull out here. And then this one down here also pulls out for like shoes or whatever kind of storage you want in it. There's 2 more shelves here. These shelves you can pull out, but I think that's pretty handy. And then in the next one we've utilized a little bit. There's more hanger space, some more shelves, adjustable shelves that you can push up if you need to. And then just bigger cubbies. And there's a full-size mirror on the door. And then speaking of mirrors, the vanity mirror has a big ring light that goes around it, and then there's USB ports here, a phone here, some shelving space in here. They have this stocked with 4 wine glasses and then an expensive big water bottle.
Looks like 425.
The beers did not come with the room. You have to order these separately. And then there's a little drawer in the top, and then there's 2 bigger drawers, and one of them comes with a little hair dryer as well. They have a chair underneath the vanity that you can store underneath it, but then it also, the top comes off so that you can put stuff in it as well.
The TV is really weird because it has a seagull and our names. Here we got the mini fridge.
With a little bit of counter space here, but not much. And then the fridge, it comes empty, and then you can stock it. You have a bigger bed. You have 2 beds put together on the bottom. And then these, the top beds, they fold up. So you can fold those up if you're not gonna use them. But if you have more than 2 people in your room, they generally put them down for you when you come in. That way everyone has somewhere. There's a ladder too. At the top of each bed, there are 2 USB ports, and then there's a little light that you can adjust yourself up here.
We have little bedside tables.
And then there are also USB ports on the side down here.
Where is that?
Oh, wait. Oh, that's kind of cool. There's a little light over here, and then there's a USB on each side of. So there's 2 USBs on each of the upper beds, and then there's 1 USB on each side of the lower bed. The light switches for the main lighting are right here. And then this is like a little bar light up here as well.
So we got some space under the bed for luggages.
It is a small cabin, but it's like a spacious small cabin. Like they did a really good job of making sure that you have space with the little that you're given, and there's a lot of storage space.
I like these closets because we can lock you in them, right?
Wait, let's do that ninja thing.
We weren't too sure about this interior stateroom after we booked it. We're like, I hope it's not too small. We weren't so much worried about square footage. We were more worried about storage. We get in here and storage, great. I think for this size room, they really did a great job on maximizing the storage space that you have in one of these rooms. It is small. It's an interior stateroom. It's going to be small. The bathroom is small, so if you have a family of 4, as long as you didn't overpack too much, you should have plenty of storage space. I feel like we have plenty of storage space. I mean, we even got drawers that aren't being used. Unheard of for us, so that's good.
We all got in our swimsuits, we unpacked, and then we went down and spent majority of the rest of our day at the pool. They have lots of different hot tubs and pools and stuff.
The Tides pool in the back, that pool back there, felt like it was a quieter spot. There's a bar back there.
We went to sailaway party.
This is the one thing that Carnival definitely 100% does better.
It was pretty fun.
So Kendall Fire is the cruise director on this ship for this week. We have heard exceptional things. People rant and rave about her, and I can see why. This sailaway party was awesome. It was jam-packed. It was fun. The atmosphere was just vibrant, and it was awesome.
I like the fun squad. I like the fun that they're bringing.
Then we went back to the aft, went to the kids section back there, and Adric went to the splash pad.
The water park area, thought that was really cool.
Brandy and I were gonna try to go down the water slide, but... Brandy, you wanna tell us why we can't go on the slide?
Someone pooped in the pool.
Yep, so they have to close down all the water slides, and I think the splash pad, because someone pooped in the pool, they have to close down every single pool back here on the ship because it's all the same water. So all the slides, the splash pad, the pools back here, they're done for a while. We'll have to do that again, on our sea day.
The roller coaster looks pretty fun. We're gonna have to try that out. The ship is pretty. Lots of exploring to do. I got so much exploring to do on the ship. I walked around to the adults only area and looked up the front of the ship, got a peek at some of that, walked around the back. Tons of bars on this ship. I really like the selection of bars. It seems like every bar has its own menu too, so that's cool. We decided to not get the drink package this cruise because we got the kids and we just kind of wanted to see like where we fall because we're used to getting the drink package and we're like, would we have drank as much if we didn't have the drink package? Because I feel like sometimes when we get the drink package, we're trying to get our money's worth out of it. So we just decided not to this time. One thing I do like about not having the drink package is the fact that I can get like a bucket of beer and I can go up to the bar and order more than one drink at a time.
Bucket of beer, $6 discount.
When you have the Cheers package here, there's certain things that they don't allow you to do. And one of them is your drinks that you get, you have to wait one drink every 5 minutes per key card. That can be a pain in the ass. Take that into consideration if you get the Cheers package. I've read on cruise forums, people get upset about the 15 drinks a day. But you only have to drink like 6 or so to get the most out of your drink package. If I'm drinking 15 in a day, I'm probably gonna be tore up by the end of that day. But people that have a high tolerance, maybe they're bigger dudes, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think I would ever come close to a 15 a day limit.
Bubbles package, usually not worth it for most people, unless you are a hardcore soda drinker. If you drink soda, you're pounding sodas every day, might be worth it. I mean, it's cheap. I don't think it's that expensive. Unless you're like slamming sodas every day, which I know some of you do. I know some of you slam the sodas every day. Unless you're like, have a soda addiction, Bubbles package might not be for you.
Got to finally see a rocket launch, which I have been wanting to see so bad, but I finally got to see a rocket launch, so that was awesome.
I don't see any land. No land around right now.
And then we just basically hung out back there at the aft of the ship until it was time to come back to the room and get ready for dinner. We came back, got ready for dinner. The room is pretty small, so the 4 of us getting around in here sometimes I feel like might be a little bit difficult, but we're gonna manage.
We're headed to the Palms for dinner, and Cora made a reservation, and she's getting very impatient, so they're way up there.
We did get my time dining, your time dining. We reserved a table on the app and went to the Palms. I booked one and then canceled it when it was ready because it was immediate. And then Cora did the same thing and we got down there within the 10 to 15 minute window. So we got a table down there.
So we go into the Palms and get dinner.
They had entertainment while we were there.
Carnival does a thing like in the dining where they like try to get people amped up and they get like dances and stuff going on when people are eating. I forgot about that. It's fun. I kind of like it, even though I don't participate much. We get our food.
We all got something different, except the 2 kids got steak, and they really liked their steak.
Good dinner. I will give it a 10 out of 10. It was pretty romantic.
I really liked the food at the main dining. I really liked the mashed potatoes.
I got shrimp, and James got beef.
I think I got like a tomato soup, and then I got some beef. My food was okay. Nothing special. That's all I could say.
We all really enjoyed it. The desserts were good. My calamari was good. I mean, it was good. Yeah.
About average, I would say, of most stuff that we get in main dining. It was about on par with the rest of the main dining halls that we've been to so far.
Had great service. The server was great. We were there for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Which I don't think is bad at all. I thought they moved at pace with a regular restaurant.
I didn't think that was too bad.
So I liked that. I thought the food was good.
Yeah, overall, really good experience down at the Palms. After the Palms, we had looked through the app and found some things that we wanted to do, and we had hearted a magician. There was a magic show tonight at 9:30 that it reminded us while we were at dinner that the magician show was going to be coming up. This is what I really like about the Carnival app. It notifies you like, hey, there was something you were interested in. We got a notification that this magic show was coming up, and even though our son didn't really want to go, we knew he would really like it, and we would like it, so we decided to go to the magic show. It was at the Mardi Gras Theater.
It was fun. It was pretty entertaining. Adric was really into it. I could tell he was into it. He was like, whoa.
It was cool, and we saw this guy that was really funny.
Did a lot of card tricks and rings, handkerchiefs, like was that like string that he used?
So we really enjoyed the magic show.
It was a short show too, so I enjoy that. I don't like being stuck at one place for too long, especially with all the entertainment that there is to do on these ships.
So yeah, it was a good time. But that was also my first experience with the bathrooms on the Mardi Gras. I don't know what they were thinking when they did these bathroom doors on the Mardi Gras here.
The doors were so annoying.
They are hands-free doors.
They shut themselves.
To get in, you wave your hand, and then you go in, and to close it, nobody could quite figure out how to close it quickly. So what we did was we stood there, and we waited for it to close.
A worker had to come up and tell us what was going on, because I was manually trying to shut this door myself, and it's tough. So basically I found out that the doors close themselves. You just don't touch them when you walk in. Eventually it'll close on its own. It might take you a minute or two.
Solid 1 to 2 minutes. And then it closes, and then you lock the door, or the poor guy that was pooping in the bathroom that had a woman walk in. She couldn't figure out how to shut the door because it doesn't close. Oh, how embarrassing that would be.
They're the worst doors I ever heard in my life.
Everybody seems to struggle with those doors, and I completely understand why.
I've heard all about these doors, but I guess I just didn't realize what they meant. Then we went to the Alchemy Bar to get a drink, and it was just a really long wait. So James got tired of waiting. We decided to come back to the room, and it's bedtime now.
Lots of live entertainment on the ship tonight. We didn't get to enjoy a lot of it just because we're whooped. We're ready to go to bed, man.
We just made it back. We got everything set up for bed. You want to see the bed? Okay. Come up here. Here's my bed. I'm staring at you guys. We're going to sleep here in this a bit. So, we're having fun. I'm kind of weird, just telling you, and
It was a really good first day on the ship. We are worn out. The sun got us. It's just been a long day.
I think the kids had fun. We had fun. This is going to be a good cruise. This is going to be great. I am going to love the ship. I can already tell. It's so pretty. I'm going to have so much fun. But today I am so tired. Now that we've experienced it, get a good night's rest and come hit it hard tomorrow. That's my plan. Today is a port day.
We have docked in Nassau, Bahamas, and it is a beautiful 81 degrees.
I've heard some things about Nassau Port. Seems like on the online forums and stuff don't really care in particular for the Nassau Port.
When I asked on the social media groups what to do in Nassau, lots of people said just stay on the ship.
I don't know if it's just because there's not a lot to do. I don't know. A lot of people talk bad about it. It's our first time at this port, so I don't know. We're just gonna see what it is that maybe people don't like about it and, report back to you guys.
We are going to go explore. I would like to go to the straw market. So I want to check out the straw market, maybe Junkanoo Beach. We were going to go to Margaritaville, but when I was booking it, it did come to my attention that if you book it and it storms, it's non-refundable. And I had no desire to lose $400 for the 4 of us to get in. So we might go check that out today if there's any spots available.
I don't really know what's on our agenda for today.
Today is for us is just about seeing it and being here and kind of just familiarizing ourselves with the Nassau Port. My expectations for the day are to get off the ship. I'm going to see, I don't know what I'm going to see. Bahamians? I mean, I'm sure they're walking around here, right? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what today brings. We'll see what today brings.
But yeah, we're going to go check out Nassau and see what it has to offer.
We're getting ready to get off this ship. Nassau, Bahamas. I'm ready to party.
I'm ready to party.
I'm ready to party.
Yeah, baby!
We really kind of just went with it for the day. We got up this morning, went to the buffet. The buffet food was what you would expect for breakfast. It wasn't bad. I really did like their coffee down there at the buffet. And then we went to get off the ship. We went to deck 3. Got off the ship very quick, very smooth. We did not go down to wait to get off the ship, so I can't say how that would be if you went down right at your time that you can exit the ship, but it was very quick and easy to get off. We went onto the port. It was a little bit of a walk to get to the port. There were 4 ships in port, 2 of them being huge, massive ships. The Oasis of the Seas, MSC Seaside, and then the Carnival Elation, Mardi Gras. So there were 4 decently sized ships, and Elation was the smallest, but you couldn't really tell that there were that many ships in. When we got off the boat, I saw a sign for a ferry to Paradise Island for $7 a person. We definitely would have done that if James would have been on board. We would have just got right on that ferry and went over to Paradise Island and enjoyed that area, but he wanted to check out the port, so we checked out the port.
I liked Nassau's port. It wasn't my favorite port, but I liked it.
We just came off the ship. I think the port is kind of really good, actually.
The port is definitely under construction. You can tell there's a lot coming. There's a new amphitheater that's just been put in. There's a lot of shops. We found a very first t-shirt place that we passed. T-shirts were 3 for $30, so that made them $10 a piece. Not too bad. We kind of checked out the port a little bit and then went to the straw market. I actually really did enjoy this port. I think it has a bad rap.
I like the palm trees. It's huge.
And it is a good shopping port. I think it's cute. It's good. Looks like it's good for shopping.
I think if you want to shop on a port, this is definitely a good port for that.
But there isn't really much to do on the port. So I do understand where people are coming from that. But I think that if you're looking to get some souvenirs and shop, it's a great port to get off the ship and go shopping.
If you're a shopper, you will really like Nassau's port because that's kind of all it is.
At the time of recording, if you desired activities beyond shopping, you needed to exit the cruise terminal and venture into downtown Nassau. Opting for a laid-back day, we chose to visit Junkanoo Beach, conveniently located within walking distance of the cruise port. But before we did that, Brandy wanted to hit up the straw market. On our way out, we hit up the straw market.
I really wanted to check that out because that is definitely something that people enjoy here. The straw market had a bunch of locals selling a lot of items, many of which were not handmade. I think that was originally the whole point of the straw market, was a lot of it was handmade items, but the locals, most of it is not handmade anymore.
A lot of sales going on there, but none of the items in that market had prices listed on them, so it's a lot of negotiating on prices, so be ready for that. And there are a lot of vendors in there. Every single one of them wants your money. They want you to spend it. A lot of people in there. Lots of things to buy. Adric was like a walking target because he's a child. So everyone wants to sell him something, you know?
I really want the ukulele.
Yeah, I know.
We're used to this kind of stuff, so it doesn't really affect us much. This time, though, I really did find it a little bit overwhelming because it is very much in very close quarters, and they really just nonstop in your ear. And I had the kids, and that is the thing. Like, if I didn't have the kids, it wouldn't have really affected me much.
That's what I expect out of those kind of places. You might have to do a little bit of negotiating to get a good price, and some people don't want to deal with that. So I see how people could be turned off by that.
We bargained a little bit. One of the ladies told my daughter that she needed to be nice, even though she was being very nice.
Cora bought a hat, and Adric got a little shark. We were out of there.
Everyone was like, there were like multiple different areas where they were selling like the same exact hat, so I just found the hat in different aisles. Like if someone wasn't giving me the price that I wanted, I went to a different aisle.
After we went to the straw market, we walked down to Junkanoo Beach.
Maybe 15-minute walk if you're going straight there. We didn't go straight there. We made a couple stops and everything along the way, kind of just looking at things, taking pictures.
You get out of the port, there's more restaurants, and then there's more shops.
On our way out of the port area, we walked by Senior Frogs. Senior Frogs is a restaurant chain famous for its Mexican-inspired cuisine, lively atmosphere, and entertainment. For over 20 years, Senior Frogs in Nassau has been a popular port day destination.
It was hot, the sun was beating down, so if you really struggle with walking long distances, you might want to take a cab.
It was all sidewalks, pretty smooth walk all the way there, just a little hot. So we stopped and got some waters and stuff along the way.
Filled up our water bottles and continued on down to Junkanoo Beach. But it is a free beach. You do have to pay for your chairs and your umbrella. When you first walk up to Junkanoo Beach, there is the Tiki Bikini. The beach itself is very crowded at the beginning. If you keep going and walking down past a couple of the concrete barriers there, it gets much less crowded. One little thing, there's not as many people down there.
Yeah, there's lots of little places along this beach where you can eat, places where you can get drinks along the way. So we kept walking and we ended up at a little spot of beach that wasn't too bad, wasn't overcrowded.
We liked Junkanoo Beach. The water was crystal clear.
It was pretty.
The water is so pretty. Isn't it so pretty?
Yeah, it's crystal clear water.
Are there prettier beaches in the Bahamas? Yes, but this one it's walking distance. It's right there, and why not?
We enjoyed it. It was a free place to go.
You can make a nice cheap day out of it if you really wanted to. Probably cheaper than drinking on the ship, that's for sure.
So far here in the Bahamas, we have spent $30 for our day.
We just hung out there and had our nice little beach day.
In the pool. This is the ocean.
You were in the water with me and Mom and Dad and Cora. Are you guys relaxing right now?
We found a little piece of glass on the beach.
Yeah, we did find some glass where we were sitting.
I don't know how common this is,
I don't know if it's because there were literally 4 ships in today.
but there are rocks here and there, so you might want to wear water shoes. We didn't, but it was okay just being extra careful after we found that piece of glass. Because, yeah, they will serve glass containers out at that beach.
You do have to be careful because when we were on the beach, we had guys coming up to us and like trying to sell us drinks for like $15 for a pina colada, and then you get up to the front of the beach and it's 3 for $10 or like 4 for $20 or something.
I think it was random people doing beer runs. If you got an umbrella and beach chairs, I do believe you got legitimate people ordering your drinks. And we sat on our towels, and I'm thinking that we didn't get legitimate people.
On our way out, we stopped at the Tiki Bikini Hut.
Hakuna Matata.
They had beers there for 3 for $10, so we stopped in there. I was like, oh, that sounds good. We'll get some waters, fill up our water jugs while we're at it too, and it was nice. First beer of the day, refreshing. Yeah, we just sat there, kind of chilled for a little bit, drank our beers, nice crisp lager. You could have a good time at that beach. It's worth checking out if you've never been there.
Nassau offers more than just beach attractions. Some notable examples include the Queen's Staircase, Fort Finn Castle, the Rum Distillery, and the Pirates of Nassau Museum.
When I go on vacation, I love getting like things from the locals that they actually make. There was a gentleman off to the side of the sidewalk that was hand painting magnets. So we got this cute little magnet. He had just painted it. I love those kind of things. We don't really need anything except for goggles this time. Idric's goggles broke, so we need goggles. But I love the personalized, handmade things that people really do spend a lot of time and effort in making for others. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
First time ever at that port for us, and I didn't mind it. I read a lot of stuff about this port and how people dislike this port and everything. It was what I expected.
If we were to come here again, I would 100% book an excursion.
It was getting kind of cloudy, looking like it was getting yuck outside, so we come back here.
Then we came back on the ship.
So now we're just taking quick showers, and I think we're gonna take a quick nap and wake up and enjoy the rest of our night here on the Carnival Mardi Gras, because tonight is a party night, and tomorrow is a party day, because we're partying all day and all night. 'Cause that's what we do. I know Cora's partying.
With my chips.
They're good too.
Both of the kids are eating chips right now in bed. We put the kids down for a nap. It was getting kind of yuck looking outside, so it was like, this is perfect time for the kids to take a nap so they can last tonight. I'm trying to be quiet because the kids are sleeping right now. Shh. I think me and Mama might leave, go do something while they're in here snoozing. So we might just go out and do something. We got the messaging so we can text Cora. When she gets up, she can just let us know, and then we'll meet back up with the kids. We went out and explored.
After enjoying a budget-friendly, relaxing beach day in Nassau, we had some downtime to reflect, and we believe we pinpointed what most people don't enjoy about the cruise port. Despite its beautiful scenery and rich history, frequent cruisers might start to feel burnt out of the port. With many cruise lines making regular stops there, some visitors may feel like they've already seen everything it has to offer. However, it's important to remember that Nassau is constantly evolving with new developments and experiences all the time. While we weren't able to explore everything during this visit, we're excited to see what the future holds.
Interestingly, we have another cruise port booked with a Nassau stop. While exploring more of the city would be great, our next cruise is short, and we're leaning towards staying on the ship this time.
We have so many things that we want to do on the ship, and we just keep finding more because the ship is huge.
Yes, the Mardi Gras was massive. While the kids were still napping, we began exploring some of the ship's 6 themed zones, which we'll be detailing throughout this segment of the video. We were gonna hit up the casino, but we ran out of time because we went to the Pig and Anchor. Guys, Pig and Anchor is part of the first zone we'll cover called Summer Landing. Here you'll find Portside Liquor and Tobacco Shop, Heroes Tribute Lounge, and more. They actually have their own brewery on the ship. They brew the beer right on the ship. And they do little brewery tours, I guess, and tastings here also. I got a brand new beer that they just got done making. He's like, I just tapped this keg. You're the first one to have this beer ever. Delicious. Cool spot also because they have entertainment down back in that area too. They have a little stage and they have performers out there. And then you walk outside and there's a pool out there. Just pretty. Really pretty. Keep walking around that deck. You can walk around the outer part of that same deck, and there's a lot of seating. There's some bars. There's little places, spots that you can eat and stuff.
I really do enjoy outdoor seating. There was quite a bit of outdoor seating. There is like a beautiful waterfront area down there that you can walk around by the watering hole bar, and you can keep on going. And then there's the smoking section. It has a pretty decent sized smoking section.
It kind of reminded me a little bit of Norwegian's waterfront. I really like that. That's a lower deck where you can get a nice little sea view. Great spot. You can just sit back and chill. So we came back to the room to wake up the kids. They're awake now. Cora, how was your nap?
It's very good.
Do you feel refreshed?
And ready to party.
So we got the kids up and we went and we had the buffet for dinner because we don't normally get buffet for dinner and we just wanted to try it out and see how it was.
I got some salad, pork chops, chicken tenders, cherry cheesecake, and fruit salad.
The food at the buffet, it was all right. It wasn't the best. It was buffet food. It wasn't super good, but it wasn't awful either.
It wasn't anything exceptional.
Definitely just average buffet so far. I don't know how many times we're gonna eat at the buffet because there's just so many complimentary places on the ship. We got 6 days and there's just so many free places to eat. And I wanna try as many of them as I possibly can. Here's how I feel about cruising.
Yeah, so we ate the buffet.
Yeah, I love cruising. I love it.
Then we went to the arcade. We actually enjoyed the arcade.
The arcade is big. The kids were having a blast. One of the first games that they jumped on was this VR game where they were like on a roller coaster.
My favorite game was the VR. It's like a roller coaster.
I thought it was fun. It felt really realistic. Even the drops, like I had butterflies.
It was funny just to stand there and watch their faces as they're doing this VR game.
It was $5 a person, so that was a $10 game. But that was a good time. It was fun to watch them play.
That was scary.
They had skee ball, which I liked. The air hockey game was really fun. Brandy and Dad versus me and Adric, that was fun. So it was Pac-Man air hockey. You started out with 1 puck, and then like 10 other pucks came out. You're like hitting 5 pucks at one time.
They smoked us on the air hockey game. We need to work on our air hockey skills. It was terrible. Kids are beating us.
I thought that was fun.
We got some tickets. We're gonna save them for tomorrow.
But that arcade was cool. If you're into, arcade game stuff, check it out because it's big.
It was amazing. Then we went on the Lido deck and partied.
The mega ship party was tonight.
Mega deck.
Kindle Fire came out and led the party at the Lido deck.
Wow, this cruise director really knows how to liven up a party. She does really well.
I love the carnival parties. I just like the fact that they have their parties on the Lido deck, and I like that, like, the fun squad, like if you're freestyling or something and you don't know what to do, you look at the fun squad and then they're doing something and you just do what they're doing. And like they walk you through everything before you do it. It's like an interactive party. It's not just like, oh, there's music playing and like disco lights on the Lido deck. It's like you're all doing it together and they get every single person.
Carnival does a really good job at all of the ship parties, sailaway party, Lido deck parties.
We enjoy it, especially with kids. I think it's perfect for family fun.
They are not for everybody, but we are like super easygoing and go with the flow type of people. We learned a lot of new dances. We danced the night away, had a good time. My dance moves were definitely shown,
She's not really good at dancing.
and I'm pretty sure everybody was really jealous of my dance moves.
Mom is bad dancer. So how do you like the twerk, baby? Comments below.
It was a good time. It was over, and then she said, now all of you youngins, it's time for you to go to bed. All you adults, nightclub. And everybody scattered.
Day 2 of our cruise was coming to an end, and we couldn't think of any better way to end it than with a late night snack. So we hit up Mardi Gras' Italian themed zone called La Piazza. This zone features a pizzeria, a panini shop, and an Italian restaurant. For authentic espressos and Italian cocktails, stop by Bar della Rosa.
We went to the pizzeria for some pizza.
Pizza!
And the glass front, you can see everybody through it making all the pizzas, and the line was super long.
I don't think there's a whole lot of places open that late.
But it was super quick service. It was late, everything was closing.
We were gonna get margarita pizza, but Dad ended up settling for cheese because he didn't want to wait. So we got 2 slices of pepperoni pizza and then a cheese pizza.
Both were really good. There are 5 different types of pizza that you can get, but we only got a couple. So we'll have to try some different pizzas as the week goes on. Pizza place is open until 4 a.m., which is awesome. I love that. Not that we would ever use it at that time, but just that it's an option for people, I think is kind of cool because we do enjoy a late night snack.
I love pizza, and I love all different kinds of pizzas, so I thought this pizza was good. It hit the spot. Today is our first full sea day. There's lots of events, lots of things going on this ship today. It's gonna be fantastic. Definitely know that we're gonna be doing some swimming. We're gonna go around, we're gonna explore this ship, try out more of the food, check out more of the venues, just to get the most out of the sea day that we possibly can. I'm excited for this sea day. Okay, so did you get that? My intentions were to make this sea day video all about the ship and entertainment. I had a plan, like how to make the most of your sea day, but that's not how it turned out. And
Hurry up. We all want to go to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I think I pissed off the family a little bit last night.
What's your mouth?
I wanted to do more with my sea day. I think that's what really got to me. I only have 2 sea days, and in the back of my mind, I wanted to capture a little bit more than what we did. We are missing all the entertainment today. I'm ready to get this sea day started.
We had a pretty good sea day all in all.
It was a beautiful morning. Went for a walk while everybody was sleeping, checking out more of the ship so far. It appears that the main decks are 6, 7, 8 on the lower decks, and then you have the Lido and up after that. So like 16, 17, 18, and up is where everything's at on the ship. Everything in between, for the most part, is staterooms. This ship is beautiful, it's big, and I'm not sure that I will be able to cover every single little detail of the ship. Just seems overwhelming to me.
I always like the sea days because it's where I can get the most tan. We're always at the pool.
We hung out on deck 16 at the beginning of the day.
We did have Bolt planned for today, but it didn't run a single time today. So it ran day 1 so far, and that's the only time I've seen it run.
You'll find Bolt, the first roller coaster at sea, at the ultimate playground. This ship zone offers 3 large water slides, a kids splash area, a full basketball court, a track, ropes course, mini golf, and more. While I'm at it, I might as well go over another great outdoor zone. Lido. The Mardi Gras heart on deck 16 is your one-stop shop for poolside fun and delicious treats. Dive into the refreshing pool, grab a complimentary bite from one of the many eateries, and soak up the vibrant atmosphere. From sun loungers to lively bars, Lido Deck is the spot for unforgettable cruise moments.
We were waiting on guys to open up, but Brandy and Adric were taking too long, so I stopped and got some chicken at, what's that place called?
Big chicken.
It was good. It was better than the first time we had it. We ended up staying at the back of deck 16 there for a while. What do you got?
A Bahama Mama.
Brandy was a Bahama Mama yesterday.
We have some really good lunch. I just walked up to these little tiny restaurants off to the side of the Lido deck and got some pretty awesome food. There are tons of free options for food on this ship. We will never be able to eat at all of them while we're here. Everywhere you walk, there's free food. And it all just looks and smells so good. You just want to try it. But then your belly's like, just remember, you've already ate 5 meals today and it's only noon. So that's how I feel right now.
We were on deck 16 for the first part of the day. I was like, hey, let's just switch up the location a little bit. So we went down to deck 8. There on deck 8 is where we spent the rest of our afternoon.
We went to deck 8 that had another pool. It was perfect.
We found a nice little spot over by the watering hole bar around the corner. There's the hot tubs right there. We were past the watering hole bar. And then they have a bunch of seating. They got cornhole close to that little area. Go down a little bit further. Right outside the pizza joint right there, there's some doors. And then there was, I believe if you keep walking, there's even another bar. I really like that spot because it's only one deck down from where we are. So that's one of the closest pools. Nice little spot for us. So we just kind of hanging out there.
Hung out at the pool for the majority of the daytime. So Angel could swim and hung out in the hot tub, just kind of relaxed. Cora got to do a little bit of reading on the deck and get some tanning done.
That's what I like to do. So I enjoyed today.
I got a bucket of beer. I learned today that buckets of beer, you can get a couple different kinds of beers in your buckets of beer if you want. $6 off. I'm not sure that those are available to people with the Cheers package.
James, are you ready to go upstairs?
I think I'm ready. Let's go. One thing I like also about getting the bucket of beer is I didn't drink all my beer. Now I have 2 beers to pop into my fridge, which is a good thing because it's running low on beer. So now I got the extra beers in my fridge. They're staying cold, and I can just crack them open whenever I feel like I need another beer. Now we're all stocked up with the essentials, and we're ready to go. But we're not drinking beer right now, baby. We're drinking the wine because it's Elegant Night on the Carnival Mardi Gras. Looking back on it now, I'm thinking the wine was a bad idea. I should have stuck with beer. Pouring ourselves a glass of wine from home to celebrate Elegant Night.
Tonight is Elegant Night on the Carnival Mardi Gras.
The night where everyone gets all fancied up on the ship, except for me, of course.
We don't go all formal.
Get all fancied up and go out to dinner, the main dining, and have lobster. Elegant Night is lobster night. It's a special night. Elegant Night, and I feel so right. Just because it's Elegant Night doesn't mean you have to get too fancied up. It's really up to you. If you want to get all fancied up, you can get all fancied up. Just try to make yourself a little bit more presentable. I think most people do anyway. In general, they just kind of, when it comes to going out at night, I don't get myself any more fancied up than what I do any other night. So keep it pretty casual, like very casual.
You look very handsome. Are you ready for Elegant Night?
My tuck shirt, Dad tucked it in for me, and I untucked it. Tuck it out!
If you flip the channels on your screen in your stateroom, you can check out all the cameras that are on the ship. I'm looking at the Lido deck right now, and it appears that everybody takes Elegant Night very seriously because there's nobody on the Lido deck. It is dinner time, so I'm expecting tonight to be busy because people want to get their lobster on, you know? There's the Palms restaurant and Flamingo or something like that. I'm not sure, but there's all kinds of places where you can eat at night. There's tons of specialty restaurants.
We ended up going to Chibang for dinner because the main dining was just taking a long time and we want to try as many restaurants as we can. So we went to Chibang and I really liked it.
We ate at Chibang for dinner. I got on the app and it said there was a first table available section and it has all of the restaurants in it. And you just click that and whichever one has the shortest wait time, that's where you eat. So ours happened to be Chibang, which we've wanted to eat there. You do get one free meal there. After that, it is like $8 a person. I would be willing to pay $8 a person.
It was pretty nice there.
Chibang, Chinese/Mexican food. So they have like a Chinese menu, whole Mexican menu, and you can just mix and match whatever you want. It's a cool concept because they're both great foods. Actually, 2 of my favorites. I got my pink margarita. I'm ready to go.
James's specialty margarita, the Chibang margarita, I think it was actually really good as well. I thought it was good.
From the Mexican side, I got the appetizer, super loaded nachos, and then I got Kung Pao chicken for my main.
I got lettuce wraps off the Chinese menu for an appetizer, and then I got taco de carnitas from the Mexican menu for dinner, and they were both really good.
Cora is putting things on her taco shell. We are so proud. I got chicken spring rolls for my appetizer, taco noodles, beef and broccoli. The food was really good. Adrian got a quesadilla.
They had really good food. I like the steak and I like the broccoli. Steak.
The desserts there were good. This is the light cake.
I like their desserts. They had creme brulee. I like the creme brulee. And they have this kind of like chocolate cake that you dump some ice cream on it. It was really good.
The food was good. The service was great.
So we're sitting there, and this guy comes up, and he's like, souvenir shot glasses that say Carnival on them. Brandy said, no, thank you. And I said, yes, please. Yes, shots. I feel like I was waiting for someone to just come up and ask me for shots. That's how I felt. So we got the 2 souvenir shot glasses, which actually seem to be pretty nice.
Okay, now, so those shots, that was mistake number 2 or 3. Do you see where this is going? But anyway, this leads us to our next ship zone on the Mardi Gras called Grand Central, the vibrant heart of Mardi Gras on decks 6 through 8. This expansive atrium buzzes with activity, offering a wide range of entertainment options for all ages. Catch a live music performance on the main stage or treat your taste buds at Bonsai Sushi or Teppanyaki. Have a laugh at the comedy club. Relax with a coffee from Java Blue Cafe, or unwind with a drink at one of the many bars. At night, the stage transforms to showcase dazzling shows, making Grand Central your one-stop shop for fun, food, and laughter.
Then after Chibang, we went to the candy shop.
They have like little bags that you can put candy in. There's a whole wall of candy.
They had scoopers. You just had this bag and you fill it up and you just pick out whatever candy you want. You paid for it by the quarter pound.
I'm so bad. You have to put candy in the bags with no wrappers. Some had wrappers, but it's cool.
Adric and I stuffed our bags full of candy. You're never too old for the candy shop.
The kids got whatever kind of candy they wanted. They each bought it on their own cards. So Adric thought that was pretty cool that he got to use his own card.
I buy the stuff.
Oh yeah, you used your own card, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 times.
Are you gonna pay me for that candy?
$1.
We went out and sat at the center stage area, I think it is, and just sat there and chatted for a little bit.
I noticed that there was this couple having food delivered to them. I'm like, how did they get that food delivered there? Well, I looked into it. On the app, you can get on there, have them deliver food to the spot where you're at on the ship. It'll cost you a little bit extra money, but pretty cool.
The show was done. Everyone was kind of clearing out of the area down there on deck 6. So we go to this little spot. We're like, oh, maybe we'll do like a little vlog and start talking about our day here in this little spot right here where it's quiet when this random guy comes up and starts talking to us.
This guy just came over to us when we were sitting down, said, "Do you want to see magic tricks?" And we all said, "Yeah."
Our own personal magician just magically appeared.
And legit blew my mind with the balls. I still cannot figure out the balls.
He's got little foam balls. He magically made these balls multiply. You got 1 ball, now you got 2 balls, right?
He put 2 balls into Mom's hand, and like 15 came out.
You said there was a mommy ball and a daddy ball, and then you squeeze them together, and then all of a sudden they had baby balls.
1, 2, 3, drop your hands.
Oh my gosh!
Next thing you know, there's just balls flying everywhere. Yeah.
It was cool.
So I thought that was really cool. And then he did like a card trick and all this kinds of cool stuff.
The magician was very funny.
That's never happened to us before on any other cruise ship. That was cool. It was so cool. I enjoyed that.
I saved one of my personal favorite zones for last, French Quarter. Transport yourself to the heart of New Orleans on the French Quarter deck. Immerse yourself in the vibrant atmosphere filled with beautiful bars and enticing restaurants. Sip on a handcrafted cocktail at the Brass Magnolia or the mystically named Fortune Teller Bar. You craving Creole food? Me too. Look no further than Emerald's Bistro. As night falls, the pulse of jazz music fills the air, inviting you to stroll through the charming shops and discover the unique spirit of this themed area. There's these beautiful glass staircases that wind up and down around decks 6 through 8.
It's a pretty hot spot for pictures, especially tonight because it's elegant night. So they set up a lot of photography sessions around there so the families can, get all dressed up and looking beautiful and feeling great and go get some pictures at a really great backdrop.
The ladies were kind of waiting their spot to get on the staircase to get their photos, and we happened to just be right across from the Fortune Teller's Bar. I was like, I want to try out this bar. I want to see what this is all about. Every bar has their own menu. A lot of them have all their own menus and all their own drinks, and I love that.
James went over and got a drink at the Fortune Teller. His drink looked super cool.
I had an eye on the top of it that she took like a stencil out and like sprayed on it. It was pretty cool.
We are going to head to bed here so that way we can get up in the morning, and tomorrow is our port day at Amber Cove, Dominican Republic.
By this time in the night, fatigue was setting in and the effects of all those drinks were starting to catch up with me. I was determined to maintain composure and showcase as much as possible about the Carnival Mardi Gras. We'd be off the ship for 2 of the next 3 days, and I wanted to cover as much ground as possible. Although the family was ready for bed, I still needed to record my vlog for the night.
Gore's mad at me because I'm still vlogging and it's really late. It's because I'm the last one to vlog.
I want you to stop talking in 5 minutes. It's like past midnight.
So it was getting late and I just got kicked out of the other room because I'm getting loud. I can't stay in the room anymore because everyone's trying to go to sleep.
Hurry up. We all want to go to bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
This is my man cave. I feel like the last couple cruise series here, I've been just hanging out in the bathroom a lot. If we don't get a balcony cabin, normally I would just hang out in the balcony. These interior rooms, this is my man space. Right here.
Yeah, so I just hung out in the bathroom by myself there for a little while.
Why am I still talking? I feel like we're just in the middle of like bathroom confessions right now. Like, why am I still talking? It's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting on the toilet talking into the camera. What has my life become? What has my life become? My family is asleep in there. They're in there sleeping. And I'm getting drunk in the bathroom of my stateroom. Woo! What kind of animal would
Do such a thing.
You see, I had this master plan to create a video about what to do on a sea day with your family on the Mardi Gras. But things don't always unfold as planned, especially when you're on vacation. But you can't let it get you down. Life doesn't always adhere to our expectations, but the key is to live in the moment and find the silver lining.
I'm in the bathroom of my stateroom. I'm in the bathroom of my stateroom. Getting crazy in here. Bringing the party in the stateroom bathroom. Bringing the party in the stateroom bathroom. Bringing the party in the stateroom bathroom.
I got wine on my shirt. It's my favorite shirt.
I retired an old shirt I'd had for a while since the beginning of this channel. I feel like I look like I golf a lot. I don't golf.
This shirt is ruined. It's time to retire it.
All things must come to an end. That shirt, its time had come. I got a little drips of wine on it. And, I wanted to test out the bunk for myself. So, Adric he stole my spot in the bed. So, I slept in the bunk last night. It was nice having my own space.
What have I done? What have you become?
I'm grateful for my amazing wife and our family who not only tolerate my moods, but also support my passions. Even though our day didn't go exactly as I envisioned, I still believe we managed to put together an informative video. Right?
Oh, what?
So today, we're at Amber Cove in the Dominican Republic. We're going to be here for 8 hours. I guess Carnival Freedom is going to be here with us in port. Beautiful location so far. The Dominican Republic is just beautiful anyway. So if you've never been here, get excited because it's pretty. I just love when the ship pulls up and you see like mountainous terrain behind you on the ship. I can't believe I'm here right now. It's so beautiful. I heard that there's some free pools here, a lot of shops, and that's really all I know about it. But it's looking to be another beautiful port day. I'm ready. I think these guys are ready. It's hard telling.
On day 4 of the cruise, we arrived at Amber Cove, Dominican Republic, our family's first visit there. As I was getting the hang of this Carnival cruise, spending quality time with my family became the highlight. As parents, it's easy to get stuck on autopilot, but vacation offers a break from that, reminding us to just enjoy the moment.
The gangways are now open back up on deck 3 forward and deck 3 midship, so you can head ashore at this time.
A bread party.
Before we got off the ship, we got all around and went to Pizza del Capitano or whatever that is.
And we sat outside. That was where we chose to eat before leaving the ship because on vacation, most of the time we don't wake up early enough to do the breakfast thing. I wake up early, but I'm not a breakfast person.
I got the Quattro pizza. It was really good. I thought that was better than the pepperoni pizza.
Man, I just don't know when to stop eating sometimes, especially this food's so yummy. It's so good. It's so good. I can't stop eating. Whoever doesn't finish their pizza, I'm cleaning up shop. They already gave me some of their food. Now I'm trying the Quattro. I eat so much, and then like the next day, I'm like, man, now I gotta make sure I'm taking the stairs.
Lots of cheesy goodness in there.
But I haven't been doing that. I've been taking the elevator up. I've been cheating. I'm cheating myself.
I could just eat pizza all day if I wanted. So many delicious places to eat on this ship. We got to hit up Guy's Burger in the Blue Iguana yet. There's just so many places that you can eat on this ship for free.
Complimentary, baby.
I thought that was pretty decent, and then walked around, checked out the views from the ship, which we always enjoy doing.
What do you think, Cora?
It's really pretty.
And then we got off the ship. Getting off the ship at a port is super simple. It's very quick, very easy. So we got off the ship, beautiful mountains everywhere. Dominican is just beautiful if you've never been. It is a little bit of a walk. They do have those little bike people that take you to the port, but they do weave in and out of people, so just beware. I saw many older individuals saying things like, Jesus, oh my gosh, because they were weaving in and out of people like wild men.
So you go down the pier, you get down the pier, you have to go through this little duty-free shop to get onto the port, basically. And from there, you either take a left or a right. You take a left, and that's where all the shops are. Lots of shops.
We went to a couple shops. We're still looking for some goggles for our little dude since his broke.
We were trying to find goggles.
They didn't have any that would fit him. Went over to the aqua area off to the right of the entrance of the port.
That's where all the water sports are. That's where the aqua area is. So you got like kayak rentals and stuff like that all over there to the right. Keep walking, then you hit the pool. It's one large pool, but it's not like a big round open pool. It's like a bunch of pockets of pool that's got almost like a lazy river looking thing that connects those more open sections together. And then there's bridges over that, which is pretty. And then they have this large swim-up bar in the largest section of pool. They got 2 water slides, and then there's also like a little kiddie splash pad area with a couple slides and stuff. Not too impressive, that little section, but there's also zip lines, which I think it was just one zip line. Basically, you can go 2 people at a time and zip down side by side. Other than that, that's pretty much what I gathered from the activities that were there. There might have been more, I don't know. That's just what we observed.
Our ship has like over 6,000 passengers. And then you have the Freedom that has, I'm sure, thousands as well. This port could not handle it. Jam-packed full of people.
It was hard to find a chair. We walked around, did circles around the little swimming pool area to find a chair. Finally, we found one chair.
We found one chair and one chair only, and I don't think the people beside us were very happy that we took that one chair, but I don't care. I can tell you they need some more umbrellas. We're gonna get some good sun today, I think.
Sat down and we got in the pool.
I liked the area. I liked the fact that it was all one big pool and there was like a little lazy river. One side of the pool was more of like a little hangout area for like littler kids, and then you go through the lazy river to the other side and it's like a party pool.
The party was there. Like, they were blasting the hip hop music the whole time we were there. Good music. I'm totally into that. And Adric was too, right?
Yeah.
You like that music? He heard a lot of his faves. I know that.
The pool wasn't even really enjoyable for the first couple hours.
It was crowded.
I suffered for Adric.
We were thinking about just going back on the ship at that point.
We made the best of it.
I did not have any goggles. I started to swim. Yeah, I was like,
You were opening your eyes under that water, weren't you?
I went underwater a lot of times with my eyes open because I was like, but it was fun.
And then James and I decided that we were ready to have a drink. So I grabbed some money and I went up to the swim up bar. Problem, it was a problem.
Spent like 45 minutes to an hour trying to get drinks at the swim up bar.
Bad choice. I should have never went to the swim up bar.
It was just so busy and so packed. We probably just should not have went to that bar. You can avoid that bar. There's little side areas where they set up little stations where you can get other drinks. They'll make you mixed drinks. You can get beers.
Go to the ones on the outside.
Roundabout price, we paid $7 for a beer and then $11 per mixed drink. If it's a busy port day and you got 2 ships in and you're there at the busiest moment, don't go to that swim up bar, or at least be aware. That's gonna take you a while. The port wasn't quite what we envisioned, but seeing the kids having fun made it all worthwhile. It's crazy to me how much they've grown since our last family cruise.
I liked the water slides. I thought those were fun. There are 2 water slides and it's $5 for unlimited rides on both of the slides. One of the slides is open, so like as you're going down, you can see like the trees and the leaves and stuff, which is really pretty. Closed slide is completely like pitch black. You can't see a single thing when you're going down until you get to the end and you see the tunnel of light. I also saw that like if you go up a little bit farther past the water slides, that's where you pay for the water slides and zip lining. There's a little shack, but there's a trail that takes you right up there.
The zip lining is $28 a person for unlimited zip lines.
I also got these bacon ranch fries from Nathan's and they were super delicious. They were like $6 for just a little thing of fries, but they had like chili cheese fries, nacho fries, regular fries, bacon ranch fries, and then they had like chicken nuggets and hot dogs and stuff like that as well.
Then we went to the splash pad that was really small. When I went on the splash pad for a little bit, you had to go out of a fish's mouth.
Yeah, that was very cool.
And I tried to do it belly, but I did not like it. It hurt. I was like, ah! It was fun. I liked it.
This port was busy, but as the day went on, everyone just started leaving. I think everyone might have heard Brandy say we should go back to the ship, and they just all went back to the ship.
All these empty chairs now.
And we were just like, oh, wow, look, everyone's clearing out. Like, now we got chairs, now we got elbow space in the pool. Yeah, it's great now. That port had cleared out. Then it was like, oh, this is how this port should be. And it wasn't so bad. So my best advice to you is if there's 2 ships in port that day, maybe just wait to get off the ship. Go a little bit later. And you'll probably have a better experience than what we did in the beginning.
But yeah, that's pretty much what we did. I wish we would have waited until later to go out to the port. I was expecting this beautiful, like, lazy river, like what we had the last time, and it just didn't exceed my expectations. The kids loved it, and that's really what matters to me. I thought it was meh. Next time I come here, I will 100% book an excursion. But yeah, I had a good day. I got a little bit sunburnt on my little nosy, and my scalp is about the color of a lobster. Adric, stop that.
It's hard to get a good picture of our ship from this port because of the Carnival Freedom. It's right in front of our ship. Bullshit. Let them have their glory. Let them have their glory. After all that, we went back to the ship, and Adric and Brandy, they went and took a nap. They had to get their naps in because they were exhausted. The sun was totally wearing them out, and I was like, you guys, if you're going to make it tonight, you guys got to take a nap, right? Cora said she's not going to take a nap, so we stayed out.
Dad and I went out to deck 8, and I found a chair, like one of the comfy couch chairs, and I read more of my book.
We were just chilling there on deck 8.
We just come out here, chill, walk that plank.
I was so relaxed. I was actually kind of falling asleep.
No? No? I didn't think so. Whose kid is this? Romance novel. My little girl's all grown up. Time flies. Don't take it for granted.
How's it feel?
Next thing you know, you'll be sitting on a cruise ship with your daughter reading a novel about hockey players just months away from turning 18. Time flies, man. She was my little girl. It was like Adric today, like playing in the pool, swimming in the swimming pool. Felt like it was just yesterday when that was just me and her doing that. She grew up so fast.
Taking a video.
Mom, no, he's not. He didn't have a picture.
Nuh-uh, he's taking a video.
As a parent, the get it done mode kicks in fast, and vacations remind us to slow down. But even then, I sometimes gotta catch myself and say, hey, wait a minute, let's take this in. Because these special moments,
Time for Adric's bath.
they don't last forever.
You never know, this simple little video one day might feel like things were so weird back then.
Thanks.
When you're all grown up and technology is so different, you will understand.
It was a good poor day. They woke me up in about an hour and a half later, and here I am 3 hours later still sitting in the room. Getting a later start,
Let's see what tonight brings. I think we're gonna try to go hit up Pig and Anchor. We'll see what that's looking like.
which I'm excited about because I love smoked food, and everybody that has ate there has like talked this place up.
Nobody was dressed up. Tonight's definitely more of a casual night. Last night was elegant night. Tonight's more like chillax, kind of hang out kind of vibes tonight. You know, it's gonna get real. I'm wearing the Foxes, so let's do this.
Pig and Anchor, when we went, it was like a 45-minute wait, so we did have to wait a little bit, so it was kind of busy. But they did give us like little pagers like you would in an actual restaurant so that we could go anywhere on the boat, and it alerted us when our table was ready. I think we only waited like half an hour.
Pig and Anchor for dinner. It reminded me of like any kind of barbecue place that you would see down south in a really cool barbecue joint. Country music playing in the background. They had a live performer back there playing cover country songs.
It was really loud in there, but we don't mind that kind of stuff. It was neat.
It seems like they always have something going on in that little stage out there, the Pig and Anchor. They got some of the Carnival's own craft brews there at that bar also. They have a bunch of different, what was it, like 5 different kinds of barbecue sauces that you can choose from. They give you like this little paper and you just check off the ones that you want. You have so many that you can choose from, and they give you like small portions of each. So you check the little checkbox.
I really liked Pig and Anchor. That's my favorite place we've been to eat so far. I thought the food was really good. I got chicken, mac and cheese, and fries. I thought the fries were super good. The mac and cheese was good, and so was the chicken. And they had like different sauces that you could like dip your stuff in, which I really liked. I liked the Carolina sauce.
My whole plate of food was good. I think I got like the sausage, I got the brisket, pork belly, and pork sausage. Carolina slaw, very good.
I thought the food was exceptional. It was so good. Smoked pork, smoked baked beans, slaw, all of it.
They had really good food. I had
Pulled pork.
pulled pork, and I dipped it. My first time dipping. And I liked it. It was pretty good.
They had the Daddy Mac and cheese.
I had mac and cheese. Dad wanted the mac and cheese, then he took the mac and cheese.
After my whole family's done, this has kind of been how this has been working out on the ship the whole time. After everyone's done eating their meals, then everyone just brings their trays back over to Dad, and Dad finishes everyone else's meals.
Totally forgot that we ordered dessert also.
Wow.
Now this was after I already ate the rest of the family's trays of food. I'm feeling a little stuffed right now.
I'm a eater.
You're the eater?
Yeah, I eat everything.
Yeah, I clean up the entrees, he cleans up the desserts.
Mud pie,
Banana pie.
banana pie, apple pie.
I'm the dessert eater, and I like chomp when I see dessert coming. I'm like, nom.
He's a little dessert man.
Very good. The desserts were great. The service was good. We really like that kind of food, so that was totally right up our alley. This restaurant is not free on every ship, but it is free on this ship. So we went to go eat at Pig and Anchor for breakfast, but it wasn't serving anything. But there is an outdoor eating area at Pig and Anchor as well. So we'll have to check that out one of these days.
We always go on these vacations, and they always have the self-serve ice cream stations, and I never get any. I would love to, but I feel like I'm just always stuffing myself full of all the good food that these resorts and these cruise ships have to offer, that there's just no room in my stomach. I mean, man, I can feel it now. But anyway, made the decision that after I'm already stuffed, I'm gonna actually go and get ice cream. Went over to that Heroes Lounge and there's self-serve ice cream. Got that. Cora's a ice cream specialist, so she got me some ice cream. I just picked a random one, strawberry. It was really good, really sugary. I was so stuffed. So we went to the center stage area. They had deal or no deal happening there. You can enter into that contest and possibly be on the show for the day, or they have multiple days of your sale usually, and multiple times a day. We just happened to catch the end of this one.
Watched one guy make a really bad decision and make a little bit of money, and another guy end up with $1,000 case and ended up making a deal and not getting the $1,000 case.
This guy almost got $1,000, but he said no deal.
Yeah, it was fun to watch.
I thought that was entertaining.
I told you it was one.
We stuck around for the 90s party to see what would happen and see what that was like down at center stage.
They said there would be dancing and stuff, so I was thinking like, okay, it'd be a party like on the Lido deck, but that just wasn't it. Everyone is still sitting in their chairs.
It was actually like a dance party with 90s music in the center stage. I don't know, it was just kind of an odd place to have it. We stuck around for a song and then we left.
It wasn't really fun. So we came up, we went to bed.
As day 4 came to a close, we welcomed day 5 with the realization that our Carnival cruise would end soon. Yet the memories created during this vacation would last a lifetime. Grateful for these treasured moments with our family, we anticipated the final 2 days of the cruise, especially today, as it marked the eagerly awaited last port day.
So today we are in Grand Turk, one of the islands in the Turks and Caicos. This is supposed to have a beautiful beach and a free Margaritaville pool.
I'm hoping it's not as packed as Amber Cove was.
We are here from 7 to 3:30 p.m.
Today we're probably gonna go to the pool, Grand Turk. We're gonna check it out.
Which I'm excited about because I've heard is super pretty.
It looks beautiful outside. The water looks gorgeous.
We have the Carnival Freedom in port with us today. We're gonna go out there and we're gonna check out this beach. So here we go. We'll see how it goes.
Should be a good time.
So today, finally got out of our room and went down to the Lido deck, and there were a bunch of towel animals everywhere out there on the chairs. The workers had made a bunch of them and just sat them all out on the Lido deck chairs. They were actually picking them up by the time we got out there. From there, we went and got a burrito from the Blue Iguana. Brandy and I, we split one, and the kids didn't want Blue Iguana at the time, so we went to the buffet, the Marketplace buffet. So we found a spot to sit down at the Marketplace. Kids got breakfast there.
And again, there just really wasn't much there at all. We're not too picky on food, but there really isn't much at the buffet at all.
It seems like there's not a giant selection at the buffet, but I think that's just because there's a bunch of places that are complimentary here on the ship. So it'd be wasteful to have too much. From there, we got off the ship and made our way towards the port. Wow, Grand Turk. This port, beautiful, so beautiful. The water here, it makes me want to come back to Turks and Caicos.
The Carnival Freedom was in port as well again today, so thousands of people were in this port, but I enjoyed this port a little bit more than the Amber Cove. People were more spread out. It was just a little different. There was a free pool at the Margaritaville and an absolutely beautiful beach. We stopped at a couple shops on the way in. You walk through a duty-free shop to get onto the port, so there's several options there. We finally found our little guy some goggles, walked through a couple shops, and then went to the beach.
Beautiful white sandy beach with just gorgeous turquoise waters, and then you got the ships there in the background as a backdrop. It's just, they're so massive. It's just like, wow.
Right at the beginning of the beach there, it is kind of busy, kind of congested with people, but if you walk down the beach a little ways.
We noticed that the further you walk down the beach, the less seaweed there was. Of course, this is going to be different depending on the time of year, the day, seaweed conditions can change. Where there was seaweed, there wasn't a whole lot. But sometimes if you just walk down the beach a little ways, you can have a clear beach.
You get to a certain point and off to the right it says locals. So there's like a big sign that tells you like, hello, you're in now the locals are taking over, and these are all of the local chairs, umbrellas, beer sales, that kind of thing. We ended up renting a set of chairs and an umbrella for the day for $30. It did come with free Wi-Fi as well. We did not utilize the free Wi-Fi, but the ocean water, the further you walked down, the clearer it got and the more beautiful the sand got. So we were in a pretty beautiful location there.
So we're just hanging out there at the beach in the water with Adric, enjoying some time in the sun.
So Adric learned how to swim on this cruise, and now he is a little fish.
He can swim, but he's not to the point yet to where he can't swim without a watchful eye on him at all times. But he's able to keep himself afloat. I just don't know for how long. But he's doing really well. What do you think, Mom?
I think this water is just absolutely beautiful.
Good view of the Carnival Freedom here. Carnival Freedom. Hogging our beautiful view from port. What's up with this ship? That's what I'm saying.
What's up with this ship?
After some beach time, we decided, yeah, it's beer 30. So we went around looking for a beer.
There's like little huts everywhere that sells alcohol and drinks and pop and waters.
So we went and got a beer at one of the little huts right behind where we were sitting. I believe it was about $7 for a beer, and we got Turks and Caicos beers. I don't know. They said it was a local beer or whatever. Good, refreshing beer.
It's like a ducky escaping a...
This beach is crazy beautiful.
You got this! Then we decided the kids and I were gonna go on the Big Bubba.
Bubba!
Brandy saw that they were pulling around people in these inner tubes. You could pick whatever inner tube you wanted or whatever, but she was like, oh, we should do that.
We are going to ride Big Bubba. Big Bubba is a ride that a boat pulls you on. So it was $25 a person, so it cost us $75 to do it, and it was quite scary.
We didn't bring enough cash, so we all can't go on the inner tube. We used some of our cash in the store on the way up. Only brought enough to cover shopping, beach essentials.
Bye, Dad.
You guys excited? Yeah. We're on Big Bubba.
Oh my God. Oh, that's it.
I'm excited. Oh, here we go. Kind of scared.
Riding the Bubba was definitely an exhilarating experience. If you've ever been tubing before, basically the same thing, but just with way prettier waters. It's bumpy, but it's not super bumpy.
There was a lot of salt water flying at your face. Our ride lasted about 5-10 minutes max, but it was fun.
We all loved it. The only regret I have is not bringing sunglasses. Definitely a fun experience, very exhilarating, and it was cool.
It was a good time. Adric and Cora really enjoyed it as well as myself, so do recommend. There are tons of different ones that you can choose from.
I think there were 3 different tubes to choose from that they had.
They have like stingray excursions, they have those rides, and they have a snorkeling one as well that's all put on by the locals there. So we really did enjoy that.
There's definitely a lot of salt water in our eyes.
After the Big Bubba, we decided to go check out the pool.
We started heading towards Margaritaville because Margaritaville has a pool there. Free pool, free to get into Margaritaville. You just walk in there.
There are showers and foot wash stations before you get into Margaritaville. Margaritaville does have a restaurant and a free pool that you can utilize.
There's free seating and then there's paid seating.
There are VIP chairs with umbrellas. I think it was like $40 or $45 a day for those VIP seats. And then there's like these little huts that are in the back that are enclosed with a little deck on them. those are also extra charge. We opted to just throw our stuff on a chair, and Adric and I got into the pool.
So the pool's there at Margaritaville, basically the same concept as Amber Cove. I actually enjoyed those pools at the Margaritaville here in Grand Turk much more than I did at Amber Cove. If you haven't seen our Amber Cove video, make sure you check that out also.
I actually enjoyed this pool a lot. I thought it was a really nice pool. There was like tables in the middle of the pool with umbrellas that you could just stand around and chat. There was like a party side of the pool and a non-party side of the pool. The party side was lit though, I tell you that much.
Swim up bar, they had a DJ playing right there in front of it. The DJ was getting people all pumped up. Yeah, it was quite a party going on there at Margaritaville.
Very busy. I didn't buy a drink from their swim up bar, but the people were coming and going from the swim up bar very rapidly compared to the Amber Cove swim up bar. So I assume things were much smoother at this Margaritaville than where we were at yesterday. James just walked, I think, outside of Margaritaville, grabbed us 3 beers and brought it back in.
Where's my bartender?
But Adric and I just kept swimming. They were playing dance music, party music, getting the party going, so.
I was ready to like jump in the middle of the party, but I would have had new friends and my family might not have gotten me back the rest of the night.
We really did enjoy that port. It was a great port. We stopped and got some souvenirs on the way out. Adric bought a couple things for other people, and Cora got a couple shirts there. So it was a good port. We really did enjoy our day. We came on right at the last minute, I think like right at 3 o'clock.
Ostrich.
I don't know what it is.
It's a flamingo, probably.
What's it doing?
And then the kids took a nap and James and I went out.
Brandy and I went out for some adult time. We went into the Pig and Anchor and got a drink there. One of my favorite spots on the entire ship. Really, there's a lot of cool spots on the ship. We went to the back of the ship to catch sailaway. We didn't even realize we were already moving.
James and I also went to the casino, which I love going to the casino. The first spot that I sat down transferred $10 over from our cabin to the machine.
She was really just gonna get her account started. She put in $10 and said, oh, I'll play a couple games. She was playing for maybe 2, 3, 4 minutes or so and won like $80.
I find that to be a highly successful day in 4 minutes at the casino. So I walked away with that. So I don't know that we'll stop back there, but I will definitely be cashing out my monies if I don't.
Checked out the Havana Bar on deck 8. It's a nice little area. It looks like they have live entertainment there. They have a little stage and that little lounge/bar area. And then there's access to the outer deck there. From the map, there's like a little pool there. I think you've seen it actually when we're off the ship. You can see the glass from the inside of the pool. But you can't get out there without any wristbands. They require some special Havana wristbands. We went to the Alchemy Bar then. I ordered a rum old fashioned and Brandy got the remedy. I heard a guy walk up, try to order a beer, asked him if they had beer there, and the bartender told him no. So I don't think they have beer there at the Alchemy Bar. They're mostly cocktails. I'm assuming they can make you a lot of different cocktails there because they look like they know what they're doing. If you've never gotten a drink at the Alchemy Bar, expect your drink to be strong and delicious. So there we went and sat at the Brass Magnolia Bar. That has a nice little seating area. Well, I shouldn't say little seating area, a very large seating area there. That whole French Quarters area has got like a New Orleans vibe to it. It's more than a vibe. I mean, it's really just like modeled like New Orleans. The drink that I got was a la Louisiane. A la Louisiane. I think that's how you say it. And Brandy got a Hurricane. Not a first time having that drink. What I really like about all these bars on this ship, these very specific bars anyway, the specialty bars are what really shine on these ships, and every single one of them have their own drink menu for you to look at and have their own cocktails at these bars, and it's pretty cool. I like that. Alchemy Bar and the Brass Magnolia, those drinks just me up. And oh, she's sleeping. Will you wake her up?
I'm awake. We had dinner at the Italian restaurant tonight.
Got a glass of wine. Brandy got a glass of wine.
Wow, your butter skills are awesome, dude.
Thank you. Those Steve.
How's that Caesar salad?
Good.
The food was really good. The service was exceptional.
The food was delicious. Yeah, our server was awesome.
She was the best waitress that we've had on this cruise, period. Absolutely phenomenal. She went out of her way to make sure that the kids had a wonderful experience.
We've been on a handful of cruises, and this is the first cruise that we've ever been on where we actually ran into a few almost moody staff members.
We're used to really kind servers, ones that really make it a fun experience and go out of their way to make sure that you're having fun. And we just really haven't experienced that. Not that we've had bad service.
Not that anybody's been like downright rude to us. It's just, I don't know, you get the vibe that some of them aren't happy to be here. That's all. And I don't know, just a little different. But I mean, I guess you'll have that. Food, though, has been delicious, and food was delicious there at the Italian restaurant.
Dinner was great. We decided to go check out the arcade. Your time to shine! We checked out the arcade the other night, but the arcade's just a fun little place.
Played some games with the kids, played the air hockey game again. This time, we won. Adults won this time. So, we might have to play again just to, see who's the champions.
But the kids played some games around the arcade, spent lots of money, I'm sure of it.
I don't think you can really lose in this game. A lot of winners in this game.
The arcade is pretty large. It's large, and it's a fun place to be.
After the arcade, we were on our way to go play some games. We had brought some card games that we were gonna play, and the 80s party was going on the Lido deck.
We didn't stay for very long. Another carnival style party. They get so many people on that Lido deck joining in on those parties, and it's cool to watch.
There were so many families that were dressed up so cute and looked like everybody was having a great time. We just got a quick view of it and went to the 8th floor outside of the pizza place and sat out on the deck, and the kids and I played a couple rounds of Uno, which Cora won each one. After that, we came back to the room to hit the hay for another busy sea day tomorrow. Hopefully we have beautiful weather tomorrow. Cora and I are supposed to ride the boat. I would like to go down a couple water slides, play in the splash pad area with Adric, and I would like to do the ropes course. Oh my God. We haven't ate at Guy's Burgers yet. We haven't ate at the sandwich place yet. Yeah, we have a big, busy day tomorrow. We'll have to kind of see what the day brings.
Today is our last day at sea, our last day of vacation. It's our last day on the Carnival Mardi Gras, and we're gonna have to make the best of it.
I love the smell of it. Yeah, it's like candy. It's smelling like candy all week. I love it. I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss smelling like candy. I'm gonna have to get me some of this. I don't want to go back home. I just want to stay in the shower. Never runs out of hot water. I'm loving life. Today is my day.
Normally I break down on the last day, and I promised myself I wasn't gonna do that this trip. I'm gonna hold it together. I'm gonna keep my composure. I'm gonna be okay. It's not over yet, though. I had to open my big water yesterday that they put in the room. I was thirsty. I've been a little parched. I haven't been drinking enough water this cruise. There's plenty of water all over the place. Anywhere where there's food, there's usually a little water station. Oh, I gotta get the self-serve beer today. The ladies just went down to check out the spa, see what kind of deals they got going down there.
We're hoping that we can find a reasonable thing. I don't know, we might be able to get a big toe rub or something. I'm not really sure. This morning, Cora and I decided that we were going to venture out and try and go check out the spa. Cora and I are headed to the spa. The last day's sale today was $139 per person. We're adding it up in our head and we're like, just a little bit on the pricey side for what we were looking for. So we decided that we're not going to do it on the ship. We'll just do it when we get home. We weren't interested in spending that much money on them. So we went to a massage taster. They sent us over into the gym and the aerobics room. And we walk in and there's a gentleman there that is a foot specialist, which I need a foot specialist. I have something real jacked up with my foot, and I was very interested to see what came of this foot analysis that I had.
We didn't find out really much about Brandy's foot. It's just jacked. She said it's plantar fasciitis is what the foot person said.
He's trying to sell insoles that you can put in your shoes that have like a little arch so that you're evenly distributed so that you have 100% balance on your feet.
How much were they?
$199.
But they also did a hot stone massage, like a real quick one, and a bamboo massage. Just in the chair, it felt really good, but I'm sunburnt, so those hot stones hurt like a lot. But they were really good at the massages. Then we met the guys out on the 18th deck outside. They were in one of those little wicker igloo things.
Chilling. Just us dudes here, chilling.
We're relaxing, so chilling.
Oh yeah, baby. So we met the guys and decided to grab some lunch. Went down to Guy's Burgers, wasn't quite open, so we went to the Blue Iguana. Adric loved their watermelon at the Blue Iguana, of all things. James got a loaded burrito. It looked absolutely delicious.
And it was delicious. I got everything on it and mowed it down, okay? Knowing that I was gonna get Guy's Burgers and fries right afterwards. I might be hitting up a lot of places to eat today. I'm gonna be feeling pretty stuffed by the end of today, that's for sure. I might have to roll off of this cruise ship. They might have to roll me off this cruise ship. I'm gonna cruise, baby.
We finally got to Guy's and got our burgers.
So I went and I got Guy's Burgers and fries afterwards and smashed a giant hamburger along with some fries and then most of Brandy's hamburger along with it.
Those Guy's Burgers are delicious. I am so full. James ate pretty much 2 burgers and a loaded burrito.
Let's just say I was pretty full after that.
But we ate and then went and played some putt-putt.
After stuffing our bellies, we made our way to the ultimate playground at the rear of the ship to enjoy a game of mini golf. Mardi Gras features a 9-hole mini golf course on deck 18, which was fantastic. Although we're not exactly mini golf pros, Adric was eager to play and we figured,
all in one shot.
How bad could we be?
We're not serious putt-putters. We just hit the ball until we make it in. We did find out the bolt is broken, so it will not be running the remainder of our trip. It was broken after day 1. Kind of disappointing. We'll get a refund. It is $15 a person.
It broke down or something, is what the worker told us.
Gentleman that was working bolt today told us the tracks are jacked. I have seen this as a complaint on many of the forums that I follow. That bolt just hardly runs.
Yeah, I guess it has a reputation of not running very often. So usually it runs on day 1 or first couple days and then something happens and it doesn't run much. So if you want to enhance your chances of getting to ride that, you want to try to get that done on day 1.
So you have to be 52 inches and there's a 300-pound weight limit for bolt. Our little guy's not quite tall enough, so maybe next time he will get to do it. But up next, the ropes course. And I'm scared because my legs don't work like that. I have like the weakest legs, so I don't think this is gonna go very well.
That was funny to watch. Adric and I watched Brandy and Cora do the ropes course from down below. Brandy is very non-athletic.
Sorry, I'm getting my stretches in before I do this. I just had a near-death experience. A repeated near-death experience that was self-induced and a choice that I made. Save me! The very first thing you do is zip line across the water to get to the other side.
You got this, don't worry.
The funny thing was we were up at the top and I was like mildly internally having a panic attack. And this lady with the shirt that said, "Grandma life is the best life." And Cora goes, "If a grandma can do it, you can do it." I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." And then the grandma turned around, she goes, "Have you done it yet?" And I said, "No." She goes, "I chickened out." She didn't even do it. And I'm like, ah, that's right.
The zip line was scary, but it was fun. You're right over the water in the zip line. It's not over the boat.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
I was like, "You checked me, right? I'm good, like my harness is." And she was like, "Yeah, but you can swim, right?" But the brake on the zip line is like hard. Like you have to throw your whole body weight into that to get past the brake of the zip line.
I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to get from sitting to standing position, but I managed and I lived and it was very fun, but it is scary. Oh God, here I go. I hate this stuff.
It was quite hilarious to watch.
Ah!
I was scared for Mom because she doesn't have a lot of balance.
It was horrifying. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, this is awful. I have very weak legs. And my legs were equivalent to Jello. There are some really challenging ones on there that I made Cora do, and not me. How are you gonna do that? But Cora, this is terrible, honey. I am sweating so bad because I'm so scared.
There's like different options for skill levels. So like, Randy got the easier skill level ones. Yes, she did. I had to walk on a tightrope.
Go, Cora! Go, Cora!
Why didn't you walk the plank?
I did not walk the plank, and I normally would have walked the plank. I'm not walking that plank.
I am.
I am not afraid of heights. I am a thrill seeker. I love riding roller coasters. There is something about being up there with only a harness. Cora walked the plank and stood out there and smiled.
I was scared to let my harness go all the way to the end because like, what if there's not a stop on the end of it? And then I could just fall right now. You can like see the decks below you too. You're over the water, but like you look and you can see like people eating at a restaurant.
It was an accomplishment for me to make it through that entire ropes course. I made it! Oh, hell no! And nobody celebrated me when I got to the end. I made it. What the hell is this? I was expecting the workers to go, you did it! Great job! I walked up and he's like, did you live? I'm like, barely. I survived, but it was fun. I do recommend.
I thought that the ropes course was a lot of fun. I liked that.
Good job! Woo!
From there, we went to the splash pad. Now, this was the first time that Adric got to enjoy the splash pad in its fullest because the first day, some kid pooped in the pool or something. There was feces in the pool and they had to clear them all out. So they had to shut her down. But today, no poo-poo in the pool. So everything was golden and the ladies went down a couple of the slides. Now there are 3 total slides.
There were 3 of them and I went on 2 of the 3. I really enjoyed them. They're all different. The 2 that I went on, the first one is the blue one, which you lay down on your stomach on a mat and you go down it. And then the second one is like a normal water slide. You just go in. And then the one that I didn't get to do was the drop slide because the line was so long.
It's one of those ones where the bottom drops out below you and you go.
While we were doing the water slides, Adric ran around and played with a new friend and went down some water slides. Did some big dump things and he had a great time. Cora and I had a great time. Adric, I think, had a good time as well.
From there, we went back to the pool back on deck 16. Probably about 4:30, and they were already shutting down the pool in the back.
They left the hot tubs opened.
So Brandy and Adric got in the hot tubs while I ate some more food, my third meal in the last 3 hours. And that was big chicken. Once again, I was like, if I don't get a chance to eat this again, I wanted to get it in just to say goodbye, savoring the moment. Say goodbye to that wonderful crispy chicken because it might be the last time I have deep fried chicken for a while.
Not me.
Adric ate some more ice cream. How many things of ice cream do you think you've ate this week?
15.
Him and Cora both have lived on ice cream.
Only 15?
The pool on the Lido deck, still people swimming. Things were still happening there at that pool. So they haven't closed that one down yet. They had 5K bingo at the center stage and Brandy lost. She was talking herself up saying how much, she was going to win bingo. No 5K. The winner didn't even win 5K. They won like $2,200 or something like that.
Some dude named Mark won $2,200 today. So congratulations, dude, even though it wasn't me and I'm a little sassy about it.
Brandy won in her heart, she said. She won in her heart.
$48 down the drain. And then we came back to the room and packed up just because Adric seemed really sleepy. He had his headphones on and watching his tablet and he crashed out. So we took the opportunity to pack. We packed all 4 bags, put them outside of our door. On debarkation, the night before debarkation, they like you to have your luggage out.
It's a sad day when you're picking these up
if you're not walking your bags off on debarkation day, you got to go pick up these tags and tag your bag and set them outside your door.
You put the tags on your luggage, you put the luggage out by your door, outside in the hallway between 8:30 p.m. and 10 p.m. So we are ready to go.
Tomorrow, we're back home. We're back in Orlando tomorrow, and well, that's not our home, but we'll be back on land, on dry land. Then we'll be in the air, and then back on more land, our homeland. That's where we'll be tomorrow, hopefully, unless something happens and we don't make it there. Things could go wrong. It's happened before. But yeah, this vacation is almost over with. We got tonight, and then we're done with this ship. They want to kick us out. They want to boot us out. They don't want us here anymore. They're ready for the next people, next cruisers. They want you. They want you.
So today was the first time that we utilized Camp Ocean.
It's like the little child care facility here on Carnival ships.
Adric went to Camp Ocean for a couple hours. Camp Ocean.
You can drop your kid off with them. It's free of charge up until like 10 o'clock p.m., I think. So we just dropped Adric off for a couple hours while we went around the ship and got to visit some places.
I just took Adric to Camp Ocean, and I could tell he was a little apprehensive when we first walked in, but the minute he heard the wobble, he walked in with his shoulders moving, and they said, "Welcome." He told them we basically came for the party. So it's the kids' farewell party tonight. We pre-registered both kids for the kids zone. Cora didn't end up using it. She didn't really meet a friend on this one, so she had to hang with us. We'll have to check back in and see how that went.
We got to go out, just Cora, Brandy, and I.
So when we dropped the kid off, we took Cora and just kind of went to the Red Frog and got a drink. She got a Caribbean pina colada type drink. It was super good. It was a virgin drink, and Dad and I got drinks.
From there, we went to the Serenity, which is the adults area. 21 and over are allowed there. But Cora, she looks older and no one's gonna question her. So we were gonna try to see if we could watch the sunset because the sun was right in the front of the ship. And there on the Serenity deck, you can get a good view of the front of the ship.
Sat at the front of the ship and watched and kind of chatted away. And it was a nice little quiet area, nice little seats, they were comfortable. Cora went to Serenity today and she really did enjoy Serenity. Nice towels, she had a big glass of water. She was able to quietly lay on a beach chair and read. She was able to go up to the bar and get a drink. There was like a salad bar there that apparently looked pretty good. But Cora said she really liked it when she went because it was nice and quiet.
We went up to cash out Brandy's earnings at the casino when we saw there was karaoke going on at the Limelight Lounge. The Limelight Lounge on the ship is the nightclub. They have all kinds of events throughout the cruise there. So we went in there because I wanted to check it out. I hadn't even been in there yet.
We checked out some karaoke that also has like some comedians in there, karaoke, that kind of stuff in there. It was kind of nice. We hadn't been in there before. It was a nice little atmosphere.
There was a performance going on of some kind down there at that time on the Grand Central Stage, I believe is what it's called. If you're gonna watch a show there, it goes up 3 floors. You can sit on the 6th floor, 7th floor, or 8th floor. I feel like the best viewing spot is probably the 7th floor, if you ask me. Then we went and picked up Adric.
It was easy check in, check out. James said that on the app it says that we have checked him out. I do firmly feel that their children's program is very well put together. They hire very professional people to do it. It's very fun.
Camp Ocean, I first played some video games. Then I played on the tablet. Then she said, "Everyone clean up, clean up, clean up." We played some games. Hot potato, stations, cornhole, toss the reins, bowling. Dancing was after everything, so that's all.
He was given a bag that had a cookie in it. Seems like he had a great time at Camp Ocean, went out for food.
We still had to hit up the little panini. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but it's right next to the pizzeria. They got a bunch of sandwiches and stuff that you can get there. Me and Brandy both got a Reuben sandwich. Cora got a turkey sandwich that she really enjoyed. She said it was great. My Reuben, I've had better, but it was still good. I'm used to like these
big fat Reubens, and this was like kind of wimpy, but still hit the spot.
The pizza was as good as always. We really did enjoy the pizza on this ship.
And then not everybody could finish their food, so of course I had to finish it for them. Oh, I didn't even finish actually. We still left a couple slices of pizza on the table because I'm like, I can't eat all this food.
Then we went to the arcade and
Adric played some more games. Cora played some more games.
spent, I'm sure, lots of money in the arcade.
I feel pretty good now.
Adric can like go up and tap his badge on anything, and that can get quite dangerous.
You take your eyes off that kid and he'll just keep playing the same game. He was playing the little claw grabber games. Like, no, stop. I know how addicting those are. They're addicting.
No.
I think that's it.
Can't be letting your kid just play the claw grabber game all night. It's gonna bleed you dry.
So if your kid is quite impulsive with their tag, with their badge, maybe put a limit on their card.
So then it was time to cash out the tickets.
And you can combine cards. So Adric tapped his badge, Cora tapped hers, and then they combined together. And Adric got a couple little gifts, little prizes. And then whatever was left over, Cora added to the young lady that was behind her. So I think she was pretty pleased.
So tonight was just the night of just clearing everything up, just closing this chapter on the Carnival Mardi Gras. We still had some pictures to look at and sort through. So we went to the Pixel Gallery where you can look at your photos and everything. You can look at them through the app on your phone stuff. They'll just be smaller and you're like, it's just not as good of a viewing experience. We ended up spending like $92 on 4 digital photos. It's about the memories. It's about the memories, right? If you did get any photos taken on your cruise, you need to purchase them before you get off the ship because they won't be available to you after that. So you need to download or purchase them before the end of your cruise.
Then we decided to come back to the room and head to bed. We're gonna get up early in the morning. We gotta be off the ship by 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish.
We're there. This has been such a smooth sail the whole time. There was times I didn't even know we were moving when we were moving, and there's maybe like 3 times these whole 6 days that I even felt like I was on a cruise. It was that smooth, but that's not always the case. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
I believe the time has come for us to debark. It's bittersweet. I miss work. I miss working my butt off at home. So we gotta get back to the grind.
Our amazing 6-day Mardi Gras adventure was unforgettable. We all love the ship's design and functionality. There were plenty of pools and activities to keep us busy. The ports that we visited were fantastic, and it was a huge plus that many of the restaurants were included in the base price. The entertainment was great, and the whole experience offered incredible value for the cost.
We really enjoyed our trip on the Carnival Mardi Gras. I had a lot of fun. I think there were a lot of things to do. One of my big things that I did want to do going into it though was ride the boat. And I'm a little upset that I didn't get to do that since it closed down on the first day. But I like the food, the variety of food. My favorite places to eat were the Pig and Anchor for like a restaurant. The Pig and Anchor and the Italian restaurant. Those were like my top 2 like sit-down restaurants. And then my favorite like fast go-to on the Lido deck was Big Chicken. I ate there a lot. Actually, almost every single day. I liked our interior room. I think it had a lot of storage space for the size of the room. Dad just stunk up the room constantly.
He has been smelling this entire room up.
I've been kind of stinking up this cabin. The ladies are getting upset with me.
So if you have someone stinky, at least bring spray or something.
The pre-poop spray is a must if you're sharing a stateroom with your family. Really, I recommend it. It doesn't matter who you're with. If you're not alone, bring the poop spray because it can save marriages. Okay?
Excuse me.
Okay, let's balance things out a bit. While we enjoyed the Mardi Gras, there are some downsides to mention.
I liked our interior room, but the only space away that you get from them in the room is the bathroom. So I like having a balcony just because there's a little bit of extra room and like you get your own view, like you get to go out there whenever and just sit. One of the things that I think could really be improved easily on that ship is more trash cans on the Lido deck specifically, because the trash cans are over by restaurants and they're not anywhere else. I mean, I guess a lot of things you just leave on tables, but like if you have an ice cream cone or something that you don't want to finish, like you have nowhere to put that.
The elevators, they're real small, no airflow, but there are plenty of elevators. I do give them that. There are plenty of them.
I didn't really dislike too much about the Mardi Gras ship. I think the buffet could definitely be better.
Just a buffet. Nothing too special.
They could improve their variety of food and just like their food in general in the buffet, but the potatoes are really good.
At least the potatoes in the buffet are good.
That's your second baked potato, Cora. Until next time, Carnival. Until next time.
This cruise aboard the Mardi Gras was our best carnival experience yet. The entire family had a blast. We thoroughly enjoyed visiting all the ports and appreciated the reasonable pricing compared to other cruise lines at the time. Looking at you, Royal Caribbean. While we'd love to sail with Royal again, their prices are starting to become too expensive for us, at least for now. As long as Carnival continues to offer great experiences at a fair price, we'll remain loyal customers. We're also open to exploring deals with other cruise lines in the future. Who knows where our next adventure will take us? Maybe it won't be a cruise at all. Maybe an all-inclusive.
Make sure you're subscribed to the channel.